Yo, we are back with another episode of Run the Ropes Media Podcast. And you got your boy Break and my awesome co-host Chilling with Dylan is out with family and friends right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and take over the front, just like my boy Dylan did at WrestleMania. And we already know we got WWE Backlash. And I would say this week, as far as wrestling, has kind of been a little bit weird, especially with all of the releases that we did see last week. And it's just good to get back to some good wrestling and just focus on wrestling. Now, like I said, we got Backlash today. And we got a decent little card. We got 5 matches. So they sticking with the traditional as of late of a 5 match card. And at least we got a couple titles. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple titles on the line. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start with this match right here. I think this might be the opening. And again, I don't have the full, breakdown as far as what match is going to be first, but I'm going to start it off with Dom versus Penta. We got Dom. Dom had a crazy ovation at WrestleMania when he got that dub. And I feel like that was something that everybody wanted to see, especially my boy Dylan. Dylan was really rooting for Dom. He thought Dom was going to get that dub. Dylan was the one who actually got me to believe that, hey, Dom might actually get a dub at WrestleMania. He did. Now, I don't think that they're going to take this title off of Dom too soon. I think it's a couple things going on in the Judgment Day right now, if y'all paying attention. We got AJ Styles came in there, and y'all know, if y'all know the history between the Bullet Club, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, they got a lot of history. And Judgment Day has been teasing another member. I don't think we're going to get that. I think eventually we're going to get a Finn Balor going to turn on Dom or vice versa. But I'm going to go ahead and give Dom the dub in this match. Also, we've been hearing as far as Rey Fenix and Penta, Lucha Bros. Eventually, WWE will wind up teaming them together. And I can see both of them grabbing tag team gold before they grab some single titles. So, first match, I'm going to go ahead and give it to Dom over Penta. Next match, let's go ahead and talk about Lyra and Becky Lynch. This one I think is going to be a good one. Now, I feel like it's a reasoning behind all of this. It was a reason why they took Bayley out of WrestleMania. It was a reason why they had Becky Lynch return at WrestleMania. Her and Lyra won the tag titles. That following day, Monday Night Raw, Raw after Mania, they wind up losing. They lost the tag team titles to Liv and Raquel. And then Becky Lynch wind up turning on Lyra. So here's the thing. They've been having some great promos. And I actually like how Lyra has been giving Becky the truth. But the truth shall set you free. And I feel like that free will come from that Intercontinental title. That title will become free off of Lyra. I definitely feel like Becky is going to get this dub. And by Becky Lynch getting this dub, all this is going to do is open up for Becky Lynch versus Bayley. Now, hear your boy out. Becky Lynch versus Bayley is something that we've seen years ago, but we haven't seen as of recent. We ain't really seen a lot of Bayley versus Becky Lynch. Either Bayley was on SmackDown, Becky been on Raw, or vice versa. And we've seen the Becky and Charlotte's. We've seen the Becky and everybody else. But I feel like we really haven't honed in on Bayley and Becky. And I think that they're going to have some crazy fights over that IC title. So the winner of Lyra and Becky, I'm going to go ahead and give it to Becky Lynch. And then Becky Lynch and Bayley is going to fight over that IC title. Next match. Let's jump into this Gunther and Pat McAfee match. This is a match that I didn't see coming. This is a match that I feel like the World Championship match should have taken its place. Now, with all due respect to Pat McAfee, Pat McAfee is great. Pat McAfee has done a lot of, like, when Pat McAfee first came into the WWE, he was in NXT. My man's was in War Games. My man's in fought at WrestleMania. And if I heard correctly on SmackDown, I want to say Pat McAfee didn't have maybe like 7 or 8 matches in the WWE. Right? Again, he did his thing down at NXT when he first signed with WWE. And I just think he's going to get destroyed. Pat McAfee is great on the announce table. Pat McAfee is great on the microphone. But my man, you are going up against Gunther. A Gunther that just lost his championship. A Gunther that you just called soft. And we ain't talking about SAWFT, soft like Enzo and Big Cass. Now, he called my man soft. So I definitely can. If they have, look at me when I say this. If they have Pat McAfee destroy Gunther, I think Gunther character may need to go away for a little bit, bro. Gunther needs a crazy dub. He needs to beat Pat McAfee down to the point where we looking at Gunther like, yes, he's the top heel again. Gunther needs that resurgence. And it's just funny because Pat McAfee is dope on the microphone. Like, even when he say, "Oh, Gunther has just been waltering around," in reference to when Gunther first came into the WWE as Walter, which was a different version. Walter was different than Gunther, bro. So you may bring out Walter tonight at Backlash in St. Louis, man. So I'm gonna get his dub to my man Gunther. And Pat McAfee, hopefully we see you on Monday Night Raw after the beatdown you may get tonight, bro. So let's jump to the next one. Y'all know who I got for this fatal four-way. Yeah, I mean, I got my boy Jacob Fatu retaining that United States Championship over LA Knight, Damian Priest, and Drew McIntyre. I don't know why they threw my boy Drew up in this match, man. Drew got a dub at Mania. I would like for Drew McIntyre to have a nice win streak going on, but then there's rumors that he might be doing some movies. We see Liv Morgan is gone. Raquel Rodriguez was on Raw, and she didn't even have the women's championships with her, the tag title. So we don't know what's going on with that. But to jump back into this match, I gotta give it to Jacob Fatu. My man's is over crazy. Y'all even notice on SmackDown, they came out to Jacob's music and not Solo's music. And for a long time, I feel like they was trying to hold Jacob back because Jacob was, once he joined the WWE, he was already a star. His first night into the WWE, he became a star. And ever since then, all eyes have been on Jacob. And I definitely feel like a lot of the eyes have come off of Solo. Like, Solo, to me, he lost last night. He went from being a tribal chief with the Ulafala to losing. And you see how Jacob was like, nah, bro, I'm going to go in there Saturday, do what I got to do. And you can see that it's tension rising between Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. So eventually, I do feel like we're going to get that match. Maybe SummerSlam. It's definitely a SummerSlam style match. Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa, but I'm giving that dub to my boy Jacob. Now, let's get to this main event. Main event, Backlash, St. Louis, Randy Orton's hometown. We got the Viper Randy Orton versus the GOAT, John Cena. John Cena's a GOAT, bro. 17-time champion. Now, hear me out. Y'all already know. Over here, Run the Road Media, we gonna run y'all from turnbuckle to turnbuckle. But at the end of the day, we gonna meet right here, center of this ring. I just got a little bit that I want to say right quick before I talk about this match. I personally feel like this John Cena heel run, I'm not feeling it no more. Like, even seeing him come out last night on SmackDown, still doing it, The Rock ruined that. Because now I'm just asking myself, John Cena, why did you do it? Like, we could have, now I'm starting to agree with what Dylan said. Now I'm starting to feel with what Dylan said as far as this could be a waste. And they could have just let John Cena win out as a good guy like he did for all of these years. But now, once The Rock made those comments, now that we know that The Rock is not playing no role in what's going on, know your role and shut your mouth. The Rock's playing no role in this. I don't get the point. I don't get the purpose. What was the purpose behind John Cena's heel turn? We ain't seen Cody since Mania. Cool. Cody getting a little bit of time off. But when Cody comes back, what's up? This whole Rock angle, when The Rock got on Pat McAfee show, and I love The Rock. The Rock will always be number 2 behind Stone Cold. But when he got on there and said all of that, and we haven't seen him, and it was pointless, and now we just got a heel John Cena running around with no final boss Rock to kind of sprinkle down whatever he want. Like if The Rock was there telling John Cena what to do, or if The Rock was basically pulling the strings for John, but it's pointless at this point to have a heel John Cena and the final boss is not here being a bigger heel. That was the whole point. That's why I was loving it, because I thought we was really gonna have The Rock involved in this. And now that we don't, we just got a pissed off, mad, angry John Cena. That's it. That's it. He ain't even, he just pissed off now. But all right, y'all, let's get back to this. Main event. John Cena, Randy Orton. This is gonna be a good one. We're gonna have some crazy finishes, some crazy false finishes as well. Now, I'm gonna give it to John Cena. Of course, we know the build up Randy Orton, his hometown, but John Cena, and this is something that me and Dylan spoke about too. I just feel like John Cena is about to go against some of his greatest opponents. Like this is the end of John Cena, but we got to hit all the marks. We got to hit all the marks, and it may go into a circle and land right back in front of Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes, I think Cody Rhodes is going to take that title from John Cena before John Cena get up out of here. But we got to go against John Cena's greatest opponents. First up, one of his biggest rivals, over 25 years of fighting, is Randy Orton. Once he get past Randy Orton, maybe CM Punk. They trying to say John Cena, CM Punk, Money in the Bank. Could happen. That would be great. It ain't in Chicago. It's in LA. It's in Cali, I believe. Money in the Bank is in LA. Cena's Hollywood. You get what I'm saying? So I think CM Punk may be one of his next opponents. We just go hit all of John Cena's greats, and I think John Cena's gonna beat them all. John Cena's gonna beat them all. But we gotta go against John Cena's past greatest opponents before he get out of here. Randy is first. Randy will lose tonight. I don't know what's next for Randy Orton after this, but I definitely got John Cena grabbing the dub. So in the comment section below, y'all let us know, who do y'all feel is gonna win tonight? We got 3 championships on. Actually, we got 4 championships on the line. We got 4 championships on the line. And I think out of that 4, only 1 title change, and that's going to be Becky Lynch defeating. I would be surprised. Only way Lyra wins is that Bayley comes out and interfere. That's the only way I can see that happening. But again, to summarize, I got Gunther winning over Pat McAfee, Becky Lynch defeating Lyra, I got Dom beating Penta, I got Jacob, and I got my boy John Cena. Y'all let us know who y'all got winning in the comment section below. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, smash that thumbs up. And other than that, you got your boy Break. Again, shout out to my co-host Dylan. And we out. Peace.